I had to share my plum tree with you guys. So this was planted, my grandson, who is now 27 this year, I think, might be 28. It's hard to keep up with their age once you get a certain age. But he was about 10 when we planted this. So you see how big it is. And it produces a lot of plums. Some years we get more than others. Sometimes it's, if it's real windy, once the plums are actually on there, a lot of them will fall off. But yeah, it's a lot of blooms. And you can tell I get excited over it. I mean, it's going to be a lot of plum. I did fertilize it, and I don't fertilize it every year, which I should. It's supposed to be fertilized at least like this time, early spring, and like every couple of weeks before the fruits come out. So I will try to do that more this year, because it'll start off with a lot of plums on it, and then some will just fall off. So I will try to do better. But yeah, it's there, and it's, I mean, massive with flowers, with blooms. It's ready to produce, and I need to do my part. And then next to it is my peach tree. Now my peach tree, you see how small it is? I trimmed it down because a lot of time peach trees will, once the fruit come out, it'll have like this fungus, grayish stuff, you know, that peaches have that hairy looking, and it'll just be, some part will look okay and other parts would not be okay. And so I fertilized that too. But before that, I fertilized all of them. And the way that I was told to fertilize it, like you see the whole canopy area, so the area that would be under the limbs, that's the area you should fertilize. So I did that. And then next to that one is my apple tree. And it is, darn, I forgot what type of apple tree it is. But yeah, it hadn't put out the blooms yet. I'm sure it will soon. So I'm getting ready for that. I also have another peach tree all the way in the back, and I have one in the front yard, all the way back there. Let's see if you can see that one. Way back there is another peach tree. And then over here, I have, let's walk over here with me. You guys, I get excited over plants and everything regarding plants. I have a nectarine tree. And this, the first year I planted this is probably, it's not as old as the peach and the plum trees, but this one is probably maybe 5 years. And the first year, I would say the second year, I had some big, pretty nectarines, and I was excited and just watching them, waiting for them to ripe. And you guys won't believe it. Came up one morning thinking, okay, they have to be ready to pick, and all 5 of them was gone. And you won't believe, the squirrel took them. And I mean, I didn't even see signs of, my nectarine. I just felt like, darn, they could have left me one so I could at least taste them. So I'm hoping that this year I will get, they too have a lot of flowers, and some of the blooms have fallen off. Once the bloom falls, then, the fruits are coming out. So there should be a lot of nectarine. I fertilized this one too. And that's my fig tree that hadn't done anything yet, but I want to share this. So you see the neighbor, the big tree right behind my fig tree? The neighbor, that's a peach tree too. And you can see it have a little bit of bloom on it. But I trimmed mine all down. Like I cut them all down and start over fresh because they all have fungus. You can see that one still have a lot of old fungi, peaches from last year. So it really needs to be cut down and start over and treated. And as I did with mine, because this is the same thing. Now this past year, this had some nectarine and they had fungus too, just like the peaches. The only one in my yard that don't have that problem, the plums. But I have said to her that she should cut it down and let's start over, and she said that she will, but so far she have not, because hers have fungus and all them old peaches still on there from last year. Then I'm concerned that me treating mine might not go as well as I wanted to, go, because hers is, I mean, bigger, and mine would have been that big too. I mean, I have cut that tree down many times, but I'm glad that I did, and I'm going to continue to treat mine, and hopefully that will, keep it under control, and mine won't be affected by hers that have not been treated or that have not been cut down. So yeah, that's it for my fruit, nectarine, apple. I have mulberry back there that have never produced, and I'm going to fertilize them too, because we know things need to be fertilized just like we need food. I mean, the trees and the plant survive on the sun and watering, but for us, we know that we need more, and they need more. So I'm working on just doing better with my fertilizing. That's it. Enjoy. God bless. Do something today to help someone along the way. Blessings. This is the littlest one that's all the way in the back of my yard, and I did not plant this one. The other ones, I bought an actual tree, which was a twig at the time, but over the years, nourished, and they've grown to be oversized where I had to trim down. But this one day I was cleaning up the yard, and I just realized it was a peach tree, and so I just started treating it. And you can see it's a good size. This is the size that's usually, I had this Italian guy, used to be my neighbor, God rest his soul, but he said that your peach trees should be, or your fruit trees period, should be where you can just reach and pick a fruit instead of having to climb or they fall into the ground. And so yeah, I've decided that I'm gonna keep them all about the size of this one, and all the other ones are bigger, so I'll still have to get a stick or get a ladder or something to pick the fruits, but this size is perfect. And again, I didn't plant it. It just came up on its own. I guess a bird or maybe a seed been tossed back here or something. But isn't she pretty? She's such a pretty, perfect little tree. This is the peach tree in the front yard. It always blooms slower than the one in the backyard. Don't know why. But this one also had been trimmed down and fertilized, and I believe it'll do better. See, it have a lot of blooms, and it said that I should treat it. I've been treating it since last fall, and I'm going to continue to treat it until it's time to pick the fruits. The treatment that I use, you can treat it up till the day of. I probably won't. It's supposed to be a natural, organic treatment, but yeah. See, there it is. I have treated the roots all the way up, and I have cut down a lot off of this one. This is the pear tree back here, which is the neighbor planted this, but they don't use the pear, so I also treat it and claim it. I have trimmed this down. Like, this used to be a huge tree, and I won't believe it, but yeah, I climbed and trimmed down some limbs. And normally it have too many pears on it. Last year, because I did so much cutting, it didn't have as many, but I allowed to make pear bread, and again, the neighbors don't really care about the pears, and I always make pear bread and give them. They allow that, but the pears just falls to the ground, and so I'll claim it. Let me share what I use to treat my peach, nectarine, and yes, the apple tree is Fuji apple. But yes, this is what I use. I have two that I treat them with. So this one, and then this one, you just have to mix it in. It's concentrated, so you have to mix it in water and then spray it on there. And then I have another one that you just attach to the hose, and that one is right here. This one. And so this is the one that I'm using more of at the time, because that one I used last year and I don't know how well it done, but this one I'm hoping that it'll do better. These are my fertilizers and treatments for all my fruit and flowers and all that good stuff. Be blessed.